Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. It really does make a difference. My alter ego Celia decided to take a break from romance scammer baiting and decided to go looking for an advance fee fraudster instead. But even the best laid plans can change at a moment's notice. She found this in her spam email. I guarantee and ensure you that this is a risk-free deal. Always a good start. I mean, a gal wouldn't want to get into trouble now, would she? Sergeant Eric Anderson had a tale to tell, most of which Celia couldn't be bothered to read. But he's a war veteran and he's working in Kabul. He and a mate of his did a crude oil deal in Iraq, which gained them $16 million. Unfortunately, his mate was killed, so now he wants me to receive the funds. There were 2 more paragraphs of blurb, which I won't bother to read because Celia didn't. But it did say, I guarantee and ensure you that this is a risk-free deal. So obviously, Celia wrote back for more information. He replied with yet more blurb that I'm not going to bother to read you, but saying that the fund has been carefully packed in a trunk box to enable them make an easy delivery to you. He finished by saying that I wish to inform you that all the funds, $16 million, are in American currency, and I intend to give you 30% of the total funds. God bless you and your household. Celia wrote back and said, I don't think I can accept cash in a trunk box. What on earth would I do with it? Can you imagine what my bank would say if I turned up with $5 million in cash and said I wanted to put it in my account? They wouldn't believe me, and they'd probably get you arrested. I'm assuming that your oil investment was paid into a bank account somewhere. Wouldn't it be better to set up an offshore account somewhere and give us both access to the account? Sergeant Anderson wrote back and said, You're not going to the bank with that amount of money. Phew, that's a relief. When I get to your country, after my service here, I will tell you how to go about the fund. All I need from you is to safekeep the box till I arrive in your country once it gets to your doorstep. The trunk box will be delivered to you through a diplomatic courier service. Once again, I implore you to furnish me with your full information, like full name, full address and cell phone number, okay? Again, I guarantee and assure you that this is a risk-free deal. None will be into any form of trouble. That's another relief. We wouldn't want Celia getting into trouble now, would we? You should know as a military personnel, I will not get myself involved in any illegal deal because I know the consequences. I so wish we believed you, mate. I so wish we believed you. Celia wrote back, giving him her name and made-up address, and said, I can lock the box in my spare room till you come for it. How big is the box? He wrote back with yet more blurb, saying, Please, I have suffered here, and I want you to be honest and straightforward to me, and finished by saying, I cannot wait to get out of this dead zone and start living a peaceful life. I expect to be home soon, after I fully recover from the injuries that I sustained. Oh my goodness, poor man, I hope you're feeling suitably sorry for him. He ended by saying, Attached to this mail is my picture while in the hospital, and another picture while on duty. Thanks, and God bless you. Yours, Brother Eric. Brother Eric? Celia wrote back and said, Brother Eric, I'm so sorry you were injured. Do you need me to send you anything? I have an Amazon Prime account, so I'm sure I can get whatever you need sent to you quickly. I didn't know you were a brother. What religion are you? Are you a member of a monastery? He wrote back and said, I thank you so much for your kind message to me. God bless you for me. I'm a member of Catholic. I'm so happy to meet you. Then went on to say, I just sent you a friend request on Hangout. Try and accept it. Thank you one more time for accepting to assist me. If I need anything, I will let you know. Okay? And so, they moved to Hangouts, the classic romance scammer tactic, where he started chatting up our Celia, saying, Celia, I pray, may this night bring you to the most wonderful and peaceful sleep. Good night, my good friend. Following morning, Celia said, Good morning, Brother Anderson. I hope you had a peaceful night too. Good morning too, Sister Celia, he replied, and happy new month. My night was peaceful, though some kind of pains on my leg, but I'm okay, my sister. Thanks for your concern. God bless you, my sister. Oh no, Brother Eric, said Celia. I'm not a member of a religious order. I'm a lay person. Celia thought she'd get the conversation back on track, and said, "Any news on your consignment?" "As per our consignment," he said, "I'm still waiting on my friend with the deposit details. As soon as I hear from him, I will let you know on the way forward." Celia asked him if he really was a priest, and he said, "I'm not a priest, but a dedicated Christian, and I like things of God so much." "Okay," she said, "so I don't need to call you Brother Eric." "We are brothers and sisters in Christ," he said. Then he started on the usual romance scammer small talk. Was she married? What did she do for a living? Did she have children? Saying, "I hope you don't mind me asking you some questions. I need to know little about you. Hope you don't mind getting to know each other better." "Of course not," said Celia. "We're going to meet soon, aren't we? When will you be coming to England?" "I will be coming as soon as I recover fully," he said. Celia said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot about your injuries. How are you?" "I'm getting better on a daily basis," he said. "That's good to hear," she said, and then, trying to steer the conversation back on track, said, "When will you be sending the box? I need to know, so I can tidy up my spare room so I can keep it safely for you." "I will let you know as soon as I heard from the Red Cross agent that helped me to make the deposit in your name as the beneficiary of the trunk box. He will send me the deposit certificate, which will enable you to stand as the owner of the trunk box. I believe from till tomorrow he will get back to me as he promised. Thanks for your concern." Celia asked him if he was going to retire from the army, or whether he would need to take leave to come and visit her. He said, "I'm on contract with the United Nations, and I will not be allowed to live without concluding my mission here. The best is to apply for a vacation." Celia tells everyone that she lives in Durham in the northeast of England. So she said, "Ask for a week for vacation, and I will show you round Durham. I can take you to Weardale. It's very beautiful there too." He said, "I will rather ask for a month, so we can have enough time to enjoy your beautiful city. How about that?" "That would be lovely," she said, "if you think they will give you that long. Do you have any plans for investing your money?" "Sure, they will give me up to a month," he said. "I can see you're a very good person, and I will like to invest in your city. If you know any good business that will move well, I will do that on your advice." Celia started dreaming about castles. Every girl wants to own a castle after all, don't they? She said, "Do you know what would be fun? We could buy a ruined castle or manor house and renovate it. Maybe turn it into a hotel. What do you think?" Celia found a ruined castle in Scotland for sale and suggested that they renovate it and run a hotel. He said, "Wow, that's a good idea. I think that will be fine to invest in a hotel business. No, I've not been to Scotland before, but I know it's a nice place to be. Let's work in the hotel business. I love that." And then he started on yet another classic scammer technique, saying, "One important thing you will do for me is to make sure you keep everything all to yourself, not even your son, until I come over on vacation. Let it be a surprise to your family and friends, please. It's just for security reasons. Please." If the person that you're talking to online suddenly starts telling you not to tell anyone about your conversations, think very carefully about whether the person you're talking to might be a scammer. They do this so that your friends and family can't warn you that you're talking to a scammer. Getting back on track and returning to his consignment box, he said, "Celia, good evening. How are you doing? Hopefully you're having a good time out there. Finally, my Red Cross agent has sent a deposit detail to me. You check your mailbox for the way forward. Keep me in touch. Are you busy?" Celia did as instructed and found his email. "I want to thank you very much for all your efforts and concern. I appreciate you so much. God bless you more for me. The Red Cross agent has sent me the deposit details, though it has been a while since he sent it, but due to the medication that was administered to me, I slept off. Please bear with me, okay? Considering the magnitude of this transaction, the trunk box was deposited with the Global Defense Courier Service US and will be delivered to you via their Global Defense Diplomatic Courier Service. We chose the Global Defense Diplomatic Courier Service for safe delivery of the trunk box to your doorstep, and the immunity they enjoy will never allow any law enforcement agents to stop or open the trunk box on transit. I therefore implore you to contact the delivery company immediately with the contact details below, instructing them to make delivery to you. As you can see, my dear Celia, I have made sure the cash is well secured. Find attached also is the deposit certificate. I think he probably meant to attach a photo of the box, but he didn't. But he did manage to send a very unconvincing deposit certificate, which appeared to have been made in Word. He gave her the name and email address to contact at the delivery company, and then tried again to make sure that she didn't tell her friends and family what was happening, saying, "I await your urgent action, and please do notify me as soon as you contact the delivery company. Lastly, remember that no other person except you and I knows the real content of the trunk box, not even the GDCS. Therefore you have to keep it secret until the trunk box is delivered to you at your home." Celia contacted the delivery company, who wrote back with a load of blurb about how reliable they were and professional, and then said, "As stipulated by the United Nations and USA Courier Services Regulatory Board, that before any consignment can be delivered to the consignee from USA, she must reconfirm the underlisted nearest airport, a copy of your valid ID, your cell number, a copy of the deposit certificate. This is to make sure that the consignment is not delivered to the wrong person, and for easy communication between the beneficiary and the delivery man during delivery. You are therefore advised to furnish us with the above requested information. Please, please don't send your ID to someone that's contacted you online and asked for it." Celia wrote back with her name and made-up address. The delivery company weren't happy. They said, "Again, we didn't receive a copy of your valid ID and your contact phone number. We'll wait your urgent action to enable us effect delivery to your address." Celia wasn't happy either. She wasn't going to send them her ID, so she wrote to her friend Eric Anderson. She said, "Your courier company has asked for my ID. They must know that I would never send that to someone online. They have my address, and also my mother's address. I'm staying with her right now as she hasn't been well. I've asked them to deliver to my house. Can you send them your ID instead, please?" "Don't get worried, my dear," he said. "All this protocols is for safety of the box. Don't get them wrong, okay? You know you're now the sole owner of the trunk box. Just give them your maximum cooperation. There is nothing to be scared of. You're safe with me. You're now my family and can't get you into any form of trouble." Celia said, "I don't know what I can send them. I haven't travelled for years, so I don't have a passport. I don't currently have a driving licence. Can't you send them your ID, please? And I'm not sending them anything else. I just don't trust the internet. Perhaps you need to find somewhere else to send the box first. Could the local Red Cross take it for us? We have a branch in Durham. I'm sure they could take it. And I know the ladies who work in the shop, so it shouldn't be a problem. My new driving licence should come in a couple of weeks, but that's probably too long to wait." Not wanting to lose a potential victim, not wanting to upset his darling Celia, our man said, "My dear Celia, I'm quite understanding you. I will see what I will do to make things work out easier." Celia went back to dreaming about castles. She told Eric, "Tomorrow I might phone some estate agents and just start asking about places for sale that would be suitable to invest in and turn into hotels. A castle would be lovely, and a girl can dream, but we might have to be more realistic." Eric returned a couple of hours later and said, "Good evening, my dear Celia. I have arranged everything with them, but they said you didn't send your cell number to them. Feel free with them and follow their directives, okay? It's for easy delivery to your doorstep. No bad intentions. Try as much as you can to give them your maximum cooperation. You know you're my eyes over there now, and I am counting on you 100%. You try and send them your phone number if you're yet to do that, okay? Thanks for your understanding and cooperation in this regard. Have a lovely good night rest." So Celia sent him a phone number. She now has a cell phone that receives incoming calls. He went quiet for a few days, and Celia thought she wasn't going to hear from him again. But she messaged him and said, "I haven't had a reply from the couriers. Is there a problem still?" The next morning he replied, "Good morning, my dear Celia. How are you doing? Trust you're doing good. The computer I'm using here crashed. Just fix it today." "Oh my goodness," said Celia. "I was worried about you. I thought something terrible had happened. I'm so pleased you're safe." "There is a backup message I need to send to the courier company before they will carry out the delivery, which I sent to them this morning," he said. "That's why you haven't heard from them. You will soon hear from them, okay?" "This is so frustrating," said Celia the next day. "I still haven't heard from the courier company. Would it be easier for them to hand it over to the Red Cross in Durham? I'm sure they'd keep it safe for us." "Relax, my dear," he said. "They will soon get in touch with you. They want to fix everything before getting back to you." "Okay," she said. "I'll try and be patient." The next morning, she said, "It's Friday. I've given up waiting. You've found someone else, haven't you? It can't really take that long to arrange a delivery. I can order collection and delivery online from home with DHL or UPS, and it's much quicker than your delivery company. I think they're just incompetent. Or you've found someone else and you aren't telling me." "Calm down, Celia. You've obviously had a hard week at work." The delivery company finally wrote back a long convoluted email that I won't read to you, because otherwise this video would get so long that you'd just fall asleep. If you want to read it, just pause the video. But in the middle it says the consignment is weighed 59 kilograms and the cost for the delivery of 59 kilograms is $650. You will also be required to make available to us an insurance fee of $450. All amount to the tune of $1,080. This will enable us enhance speedy delivery of the consignment to your doorstep. Celia contacted Eric and said, "They've contacted me. You need to pay $1,080. "Why another money to pay?" he said. "Please forward to me their mail, please. Forward to my mailbox." So Celia sent it to him. He said, "Let me see their reason for asking me to pay, whereby I gave my friend money for the shipment." "Let me make my findings and know why," he said. "Please don't back out, because you're the only means of receiving this box. Hence it has been approved and registered in your name. No other person will have the legal right to receive the box." Finally, Eric emailed Celia. He said, "Sincerely speaking, I never envisaged that there would be any other fee after I did my best to ensure that the consignment was insured and shipped out of Kabul. Please, we have to do all we can to get that consignment out of here, considering the content. I wish I have any money on me. I would pay this fee. But it's so unfortunate that we, the soldiers in the camp here, are not allowed to hold cash more than $100 while in the camp. Please, I beg you to try and raise this money anyhow you can, even if it's from a friend. Tell him that he will be paid double, but don't tell the person what you want to use the money for, so that he will not demand for a large sum of interest. Well, you've just offered him 100% interest. I beg you to try your best, because it would be very risky to leave the consignment behind for too long, since it has been applied for. Please kindly do something about this to resolve this situation. Hence it is for our own benefit. Instead, I will be willing to increase your share to 40%, and every expenses will also be taken from my own share when you finally receive the consignment. I plead with you in the name of God." And I won't read you the rest. Celia didn't reply. She isn't going to reply. And I expect that Eric will whine on for weeks about why he hasn't heard from her. But that will go in a separate video. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please like it, please share it, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again in another Keep Safe on the Net video on YouTube.